Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to take you with us on a ferry ride from Hirtshals in Denmark all the way up to Bergen in Norway, with a stopover in Stavanger in Norway. Now as we are boarding the ferry here, let's give you a few facts about the ships. The MS Stavangerfjord and Bergensfjord are identical sister ships, and they have a length of 170 meters, that's 560 foot, give and take. The maximum speed of the ferries are 21.5 knots, powered by a natural gas engine from Rolls-Royce. They have a gross tonnage of 31,678 tons, and they can take 1,500 passengers, 600 cars. Now MS Stavangerfjord was the first one to enter service in 2013, followed by MS Bergensfjord in 2013. They were both commissioned and built at the Bergen Group Fusion. Now let's take you up from the car deck now and take you to the upper decks. This is a little sign that is very helpful to remember where you parked. Now one of the advantages by traveling by ferry is that the ferries are very tall, and when you are in Hirtshals in Denmark, where the rest of the landscape and the buildings are very flat, you easily become the tallest thing around, which again of course gives you this magnificent view over the surrounding area. Now Hirtshals, as you can see here, is a little fishing community, and it's also a very big connection point to ferries to and from Norway. And it's a beautiful little village that I absolutely will recommend you to visit. Here you can see super speed of Color Line that is going from Hirtshals to Kristiansand and from Hirtshals to Larvik. No, don't be alarmed. This guy here is not cutting the moorings, he's just maintaining them for fleeces and just make sure they don't get stuck on everything. Alright, so here we are. We are casting off on our way over Skagen to Stavanger. Now let's get some dinner in this area. You have 3 options of dinner on board. They're all located here on deck 7. The first one is the buffet that we are in now. The second one is the Grieg restaurant, and the third one is a Café. But just for now, we're just going to concentrate on the buffet. Now let's look around here and see what this buffet has on offer. So this is what I ended up with. Traditional Scandinavian seafood mix. It should be said the quality of the buffet varies a lot. This time it was sort of in the middle of the scale. We have been lucky enough to experience the top of the quality and the bottom of the quality. Since the buffet varies so much in quality, I think it has a more bad rap than it actually deserves. Well, now the tasting. I'm kidding, it's good. Let's walk forwards on the ship. We are now at the stern of the ship where the buffet and the Greek restaurant is located. Now on the left, or the port side as you're supposed to say on ships, they have a little mini Starbucks here. And as we go forwards, I should mention that the tax-free shop is one deck down on deck 6. And of course the tax-free shops contains all kind of goods that are heavily taxed in Norway. So that is why you would see on the ships like that, you can buy cigarettes, booze, candy and meat. Which is a sort of an odd collection I suppose for a shop. And not forgetting the perfume. Now let's get back up on deck 7 again and walk further forwards. We are now entering the Oasis Garden's Café. And it's just a normal cafe. You have hot and cold dishes and some salads, and you have a nice sitting area here on your starboard side to consume your food. Quite nice. And now on your port side here you can see a little clothing store that they have on board here. And we are now approaching into the reception area. Coupled together with the reception, you have this little kiosk here that is open 24 hours. And they carry everything from souvenir to toothbrushes to beer and snacks. Now we are coming up to the front of the ship. As this is the part they serve the alcohol on board. And they serve it in two places. One is the sports bar you see here, where they show live sports. And the other part is the fuel lounge. It's a daytime function as an observation lounge. At night times it functions as a nightclub and a concert hall. And it should be said, it can get quite lively up here sometimes. These ferries are used as a party cruise for 2 days from Norwegian, so be warned or be informed. And now we're up at deck 10. You have a small cafe area here. They serve snacks and it also functions as a bar. And this is where you get your access to the sun deck. The sun decks contain a smoking area and a little playground for children. Could be quite a wonderful experience watching the view from up here. Now let's show you the cabins they have on offer. We were very lucky with the weather on this sailing from Hirtshals to Stavanger. But it's worth mentioning that every port Fjordline calls at, there will be a loud announcement at the PA system in your cabin, and if you're not getting off at that port, it's very annoying and it will definitely wake you up.
The time is now 6 o'clock and we kindly ask all Stavanger Disembarking guests to leave the cabin and take your luggage with you. Also remember your boarding card. Thank you.
But if you want to experience the sailing between Stavanger and Bergen, which is definitely the most interesting part and perhaps the most beautiful part of the whole journey, you need to get up at this hour. Fjordline only stops about a half an hour, 45 minutes to Stavanger before they continue the journey up the coast to Bergen. Well, let's show you some of the beautiful scenery that you can expect to see on the sailing from Stavanger to Bergen. So here we are sailing into Bergen 6.5 hours later. Now if you like this kind of video, please let me know in the comments. I will try to make more of this. Please subscribe to this channel, it makes a big difference for a small YouTube channel. So I'll leave you here with some time left for us driving ashore in Bergen. Thank you very much for watching, bye for now.